Hey guys, how's it going? Come on in, come on in. This is going to be fun. And by the way, welcome back to me. I've been gone for a while. I think I was gone for a month, and that's okay because I guess there's a lot of stuff I want to show you, and I'm really, really excited. Obviously, I made BioShock last month. If you haven't seen that video, be sure to check it out. But I've also made a few changes to Father that we can take a look at. By the way, guys, if you haven't downloaded that free 2D game kit below, it is my treat to you. It's totally free. You can use this game kit however you want. I don't care. You can, make a personal project, or you can make $1 million off of a commercial project. I don't care. I use this game kit to make a game for PewDiePie in 14 days. So just click below. You can download that while you watch the stream. It's my treat to you. All right, let's jump into Unity and get started. So we have a ton of interiors here. We've got they're calling out right now, but I think we've got 10 so far. We've got a ton more. We've got I think 5 or 6 to throw into the scene here, and we're going to be able to use these and move them around. And so I just kind of want to show you what I've accomplished so far in terms of doors and lighting and flickering candles. I also, I should have live streamed this, but I didn't. But I also set up the nav mesh so that the agents, the enemies, wouldn't go through locked doors, and vice versa, right? So let me hit play and show you what's going on. Okay. Let's see here. Oop, that's really loud. Sorry. Let me see here. Let me set up my audio really quick here. Hope everybody's doing well today. Hello, Rowan and Raven and Artifit and Zero. How are you guys doing today? Welcome, welcome. All right, let's see here. How's the sound? There we go. All right, we got the sound working for us. Now I can turn it down a little bit. Okay, good. All right, so we've got, whoops, sorry. Oh man, it's been a long time since I opened up this project. It's been about a month. But I've got pictures and I've got flickering lights here. I've got doors. I've got any door that has these orange handles can be opened. Oh shoot, sorry buddy. Okay, so any of these doors here that have these golden handles can be unlocked. These cannot. Okay. Whoa, buddy. Ooh, you scared me. So let's see here. Yep. Okay, but I can open up this, for example, right? And now we have another hallway. Really, really cool. Hold on. Did it freeze? Let's see here. I think it's frozen. Did the live stream freeze, guys? It always does, doesn't it? No, we're good. We're good. Okay. So I've got these doors here that I can open up, and I can open up another set of doors. And by the way, this is the same exact hall we were just in, right? So we can just duplicate these hallways over and over and over again. I can open up this, and it takes us into this room here. And it's full of enemies, right? Get out of here. There's still plenty to work on regarding the enemies. They don't feel perfect. But there's, titles for the rooms now. Again, open up doors. Another hallway. Again, we could probably change out that picture and this table so it looks like a different hallway, but it's, it's the identical hallway. Open up this here. And then there's a whole nother room here. So obviously, yeah, and it's got a new title here, so you can have just tons of rooms and reuse things. And it's a modular way of doing things, right? And modularity is your best friend when you're making an indie game. But we're gonna look at Felipe's, and by the way, Felipe is the modeler of the interiors. So we're gonna take a look at Felipe's new models, okay? So right away, I think I want to do this, okay? So I'm going to Well, we got a 2-story room here. I don't know what that is. Do I have that? Let's check and see if we've already done that one. Okay, we've already done 2-story room J. What about attic A? Okay, let's take a look at attic A. All right, cool. Attic A has not been set up for the game, so we're going to start with attic A, okay? First off, we need to take a look at the scaling, all right? So we have an issue with our scaling. If we go to box 422 here, or common room J here, and take a look at the rig or the model, it's 1.76, all right? So we definitely need to, yeah, it's good to see you too, Benjamin. Thanks for joining us. And hey, Brett, how are you? What am I doing? Oh, let's set this up to 1.76 here. Okay, so this model, what we're going to do is we're just going to go to the model here. And we're going to set it up to, actually, let's just do it for all of them really quick. Oh, this is great. Yes. Okay, so I was confused. I was like, how am I going to know which ones are new and which ones are old? The way we're going to do this is, well, actually, oh, crap, there's a lot of things I need to do. Let's do this first, okay? I'm going to take these. First thing I want to do, there's 2 things I need to do. First, I need to put in the new models. The second thing I need to do is I need to update the current models because Felipe cleaned them up a little bit. So the first thing I want to do, again, is just import those new models. How do I know which ones are new and which ones are old? Because these are all named intuitively, but they're a little confusing still. Well, the way we can do that is know that if the scale factor is not 1.76, if it's 1, that's a new model, all right? So this one is, yep, and then as we go down, some of them are set to 1, okay? So, great, okay, so I'm going to create a new folder here. This is going to be called new, and this is just a temporary folder, and I'm going to drag in the ones that have a scale factor of 1, okay? That's all I want to do here. Sorry, this is a little bit of a messy approach to this. I guess I could go into Finder and look at the more recent models. But even still, I don't think that's going to be correct because some of these are older than others. At least from, I think, from Felipe's perspective. But Felipe did these about 3 or 4 weeks ago. And so I'm just finishing them up. Okay, so we've got all these awesome models in here. We need to set their scale factor to 1.76, right? So let's do that, 1.76. That's officially the scale factor for any interior. It's going to be 1.76, just because that's the best look. All right. Next thing I want to do is go to all of these here. I'm going to create a new empty game object. And I'm just going to call these old interiors. Again, this is just for me to keep everything in order. But the goal here, guys, is to have a ton of room types that are all set up as prefabs. The LODs are set up, and that's the level of details they're set up. The colliders are all set up. The lighting is set up, so you can just drag and drop and snap in place and create a big Metroidvania type mansion. So right now, I don't need those old interiors, so I'm just going to disable them. And now we can work on the new ones, okay? So, we got some hallways here as well. So let's take a look here. Hallway. All right, thin, short hallway. We're going to move those into old interiors. Okay. All right. So let's see here. Attic AJ is, I think that's the wrong scale. No, I think it's all right. Let's take a look. I think Attic AJ, the scale is incorrect. Maybe, maybe not. Let's drag in Attic AJ and then Attic BJ. Okay, that looks a little bit better. Let's keep going. Ooh, we've got a stairwell, but this one is really tiny, so we've got a problem with scaling, unfortunately. That really sucks. I mean, maybe not. Maybe not. Man, I don't know, guys. Let's see here. There's another one. Here's one right here. This is a room connector. I think that might actually be okay, the scaling, now that I'm thinking about it. Because a lot of these are smaller. But we're going to put them all on the ground so that we can enter them from the terrain, okay? So this process of putting together all these rooms in Unity, it takes a long time to start. And that's what I've always noticed in making games. This was especially true with like games like Pinstripe. starting a level took forever. And so what I've learned is anytime you can reduce the startup cost of any object, any level, do it. So what I'm going to do is get everything set up properly as prefabs so that I can drag and drop those prefabs however I want, okay? There's room connector A, okay, standard room A, B, and C, and D. I'm just going to keep dragging all these in. Man, I'm worried these are too small. I might need to scale them all up. That's kind of a cool room. I like that. Ooh, that's a creepy room. Ooh, there's kind of a weird shaped room. I don't know what is that shape. Okay. Then closet. Whoa, that's a big closet. And then closet. Ooh, cool. Wait a sec. Yeah. That's awesome. It's got like an upstairs closet. Tall connector J. Look at this. Oh my word. This thing's huge. Thank you, Felipe. Way to go, buddy. Let's give Felipe a round of applause. And if you haven't followed Felipe, his link is in the description. He's a great illustrator. Tall room stairs. Sweet. Okay, cool. So these room connectors are used to connect various floors, right? Okay, guys. So we've got all these rooms here. First thing I'm going to do is just check out the scaling. The way I'm going to check out the scaling first is I'm actually going to start with this one here. And we're going to start with, okay, look at this. Ah, good, okay. I'm actually going to drag in interior texture 1. Look at this. And then interior texture 5. These are already set up. Check that out. Okay, good. We're ready to go there. Object 1712 is interior texture 1, so just drag in that. And then this is interior texture 1 as well. Okay, let's go to this one here. Let's just check out the scaling of this. That's the first thing we want to do is say, okay, is the scaling correct? If the scaling is correct, we don't need to do any sort of, well, scaling up of the object, okay? So let's bring this over here. This is our character controller. Oddly enough, he's about where we need him. And we're going to remove all the spiders. We don't need any spiders or walkers or hanging bodies. We're going to remove all of these, right? All right, let's hit play. Let's take a look here. Okay, so I think that's the attic right there. Yep, that's the attic. Okay, so we need to enter into that attic. Oddly enough, you can't see, let's see here. Okay, cool. It looks all right, doesn't it? The size. Kind of like it. I don't think I need to worry too much. Okay, the best way to look is the doors, okay? So let's add a mesh collider to this friend here. What I'm going to do is add a mesh collider to the entire thing here. Mesh collider. Hit play. And take a look. Okay. Can I walk up this pretty clean? Yep, good, okay. Oh my word, this is awesome. Oh, I love it, Felipe. Way to go, buddy. This is so cool. Okay. And the door looks about the right size, actually. So I think we're good to go, guys. I was incorrect. I felt like the sizing was incorrect, but it's not. All right, let's just go down the line. We're going to go to this box here. This interior texture 1, 2, 1, 5, 3, and 2. Okay, 1, 5, 3, 2. Oh, beautiful. Again, same thing is true with these. Interior texture 1. This is going to be a little bit of a painful process. So if you guys want to ask me a couple questions, I can try and answer those questions while I do this process. Okay. So feel free to ask some questions. We'll treat this as a little bit of a mini Q&A. You can ask about anything related to game dev. And by the way, guys, if you're new to the chat or new to the stream, feel free to subscribe below and also hit the notification bell to get notified when I'm live. I also do live stream compilations. One of those is going live tomorrow. So if you guys want to see your name, your comments, or your time code, the time code you really like, leave a time code below in the comments after this live stream. And of course, always be sure to download that 2D game kit. Totally free. It's my treat to you. And that game kit is below. Kuji. I'm just going to use the word Kuji. I don't know how to say your full name. He said, did this game start from scratch? I mean, some of it. I mean, I definitely didn't take it from a previous game, if that's what you're asking. Believe it or not, I think it was, 2 years ago? Was it really 2 years ago? 2 years ago, I was working on a game with the same plot. I didn't like any of it, though. It looked very similar, but it was a little bit more toony. So, what is that? 13. Oh, gosh. I'm not sure what that is. I think that's supposed to be the windows. Let's take a look. I think it is. Yeah. I think that's the window default. Oh my gosh. That's not it. Window square. What the F? Oh no, we're good. A little bit strange texturing going on, but whatever. And then, let's see here. Is that correct? What's that? Yeah, that's wrong. Let's see here. There we go. This has got to be an interior texture too. But a lot of this is just assets. Look at that. What's going on? Wait. We got a problem here. What is going on? That has the wrong texture. Or something. I'm not quite sure what's going on. Interior texture 2. Guys, what's going on here? We'll figure this one out later. Whoa, frankincense. What's going on? We got to go back in time. We did something wrong here. So that's interior texture 1. Drag it in. This one's interior texture 1. What? Wait a second. So what is going on here? Interior texture 5. Something's wrong there. This is Windows Square, and then this is interior texture 2. So I have no idea what's going on. We're going to worry about this one later. Let's go to this one here. I have a feeling that problem is going to persist, though, guys. Crap. Look at that. Same problem. Oh, no. That's not good. What? Something's wrong? Oh, no. Standard rooms. All the standard rooms are broken. All right? So I need to message Felipe and figure out what's going on there. Let's go to the tall room staircases, though, and start adding in these textures. Let's see here. Thomas, one of your videos got 1 million views. It did? Let's take a look here. Really? Which one was it? About time. I'm just kidding. Sweet. Yeah, we hit 1 million views on 5 steps to making a game. That's awesome. You know, oddly enough, we just released a 2021 version of that video last week, so that's kind of serendipitous. Uh-oh, these aren't combined. What is going on, fellas? No, we're good. Okay, so first things first, I'm going to go to there it is. This right here, we're going to add in interior texture 1, 2, and 3. So there we go. 1, 2, and then 3. There we go. So that works just fine. We're going to need to figure out what's going on with those other ones, though, for sure. Just to keep things clean, though, you know, a lot of these doors we're going to replace with prefabs. And so what I'm going to do, though, is just make sure the textures are applied to these doors, even though we're probably not even going to use them. Again, we're going to replace them. So let's see here. Those are all texture 1, so we can just select them all and then drag. Here we go. Awesome. This room looks really cool. I want to go in here and take a look. So let's go ahead and add a, let's see here. Yeah, let's add a mesh collider to this one, and then let's go look at it. So it is somewhere far over near the tree line. So let's hit play and take a look. Just keep running. Is that it over there? Oh, now I'm lost. What's this? Okay, that's the attic. Is that it? Oh gosh, I'm lost. I think this is it here. Oh, it's beautiful. Look at this. Obviously, there's snow coming through there, so I'm not worried. I don't think I'm worried about that. Uh-oh. I don't know. Let's go up the stairs. Beautiful. Ooh, I like that for some reason. That's cool. Very creepy room. Awesome. So this is one of the connector hallways. So we're gonna have like probably 5 or 6 of these exact rooms, but just with, why am I going backwards? But just with different furniture, just to keep it sort of separate. I feel like it should be a little bit bigger, but maybe not. I think it's okay. I mean, I could scale it up in Unity, no problem. But overall, I think this looks great. Okay? All right, cool. So that looks awesome. Let's go to this tall connector here. Again, guys, Felipe modeled these, so these are modeled in Blender. This room's awesome, actually. I love this one. So this is interior texture 1, okay, 2, 4, and then 3. Okay, good. It's all working properly here. All of this is interior texture 1, so we can just select them all, and then drag interior texture 1. I'm gonna save the scene here. I'm not gonna take a look at that because I pretty much have an idea of how that's gonna look. Which it's a beautiful room. It kind of looks like the Temple of Time, doesn't it? That is so pretty. Oh, I love that so much. And also, by the way, guys, one of the reasons why I'm being so modular with this is, well, I want to be able to hire people to help me out here. So what I want to do. Oh, and by the way, let's add the mesh collider to this here. And I love what Felipe did here. So this giant mesh here is all going to be one mesh collider, right? So I just have to add a mesh collider. And because it's low poly, we're not going to have a ton of issues when it comes to the poly count, right? In the mesh poly count. So I'm not too worried about that. Okay, let's go to this here. And let's go to our... Good. Okay, this needs to be texture 1, 2, 3. Check it out. And then this one here is going to be interior texture 1. Good. This here, those are all 1, 1, and then that one's 1 as well. Okay, yeah. So I just drag interior texture 1 there. This is going to be a mesh collider on this right here. I'm not adding mesh colliders to the doors right now, none of that. It's going to be a sort of a painstaking process of going in and bringing in doors. The prefab door, and we can select whether it's locked or unlocked, what kind of key it needs. That's going to be a sort of painful process dragging those in. But for now, that looks awesome. Let's do the same with this one, and then we can take a look at both. All right. So we're going to go to this here. This one is going to be interior texture 1. This one's interior texture 1, 2, 3, and then this one is going to be interior texture 1. I told you this was going to be a painful process. And I can answer another question if you guys have questions. Will this be available on replay? Yes. If you go to my channel, there's a playlist. And I should probably include this in the link in the description now that I'm thinking about it. And it's Father live streams. And currently one of my buddies is cleaning up the playlist to make it a little bit more intuitive so that you guys can jump in and watch those again. Because I know most of you probably ask about those. At least I get that question 10 times a week probably. I don't know, maybe I'm exaggerating. All right, let's take a look at these beautiful stairwells. Isn't this cool, guys? It's kind of a mess looking at everything from the outside, but once you hop on in, it's like, oh my goodness. Woo! I like this stairwell. Wow, Felipe, good job, buddy. Another round of applause to Felipe. All right, so this stairwell looks awesome. Let's go to the next one here. By the way, guys, again, if you haven't downloaded that free 2D game kit below, it's totally free. It's my treat to you. Use it however you want. Ooh, this one's big boy. Look at this. I love this. So, guys, can I poll the audience? Do you guys like the pixelated look, or would you like me to spend maybe a couple days transforming everything into a like a Wind Waker toony look? Still going to be a creepy game. but like a toony look. Would you guys like to see that? Yes or no? Keep it pixel. So yes, try it out, Thomas. No, keep it the way it is. I kind of want to make these bigger. Look at that. Oh, we can put a creepy picture there. You know, this reminds me of the temple in Zelda. I don't know what, the forest temple. That one moment where you have to shoot the portraits. Okay, here's another attic. Let's go to the attic here. All right, most of you want to see it, or most of you like the pixelated look. Danny, am I following you? Let's see if I'm following Mr. Danny here. I think I am. Sorry, I follow a lot of game dev channels. Yeah, I'm following you, Danny. I love your profile picture with your dog. I need to take note of that because my buddy is sitting here right next to me. Crap, I got a voicemail. Okay, let's take a look here. Yeah, Danny, I like your content. I watched some of it a couple weeks ago. I just forgot which Danny was which or whatever. I don't know. Okay, let's drag these in. Drag this in. There we go. Oh my goodness, I love this attic. Ooh, it's so creepy. We're going to go to box 1061. That is actually just this giant mesh here. We're going to add a mesh collider to this. Save. I don't want to take a look at that one because I know it looks good. What else we got? Ooh, we got a connector here. This is actually one of the most important pieces in the game. This is going to allow us to connect various meshes without requiring us to line up doors. This was something Felipe and I had to really talk about on Discord. Again, it looks really silly, but oddly enough, it's really important to have this. So I'm going to just drag in texture 2, texture 1, texture 3, and then obviously a mesh collider. Okay, let's see here. Okay, we have a couple problems with the rooms here. I don't know what's going on with these rooms. So let's take a look and see what is going on. How strange. Dragging that one. Okay, that works fine. That's the door texture. But these standard rooms, there's 4 standard rooms. They're all broken. So let's see what's going on here. This is interior texture 1. Drag. That's good. This is interior texture 5. I think it might be texture 5. What is going on, my friends? Look at this. Okay, let's extract it and take a look here. Standard rooms. Let's start with standard room D and try and figure out what's going on. Or this is standard room A. Let's start with standard room A and extract the materials. Can I do that? Really? I didn't know I could do that. Look at that. How interesting. I had no idea I could do that. Whatever. Let's extract the materials. And we're going to extract them into a folder called standard rooms. Okay, there we go. Let's extract them. Now we have a folder called standard rooms. Okay, that's the only one that was extracted. How strange. Huh. I'm going to message Felipe really quick. Okay. And after this, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and update all the other rooms because there was a few imperfections with the other rooms. Hey, Matt, I'm having trouble with the standard rooms. Can you double check the UVs are correct? I'm trying to add in my materials for the other rooms to this room. onto these standard rooms and getting some strange results. Okay, there we go. Like that. Okay, I'm gonna screenshot that and I'm gonna send that to Felipe. Felipe is really responsive. I bet you he'll probably answer during this live stream, guys. So we can wait on Felipe. And by the way, guys, those of you who are new, you understand kind of, hopefully, no, those of you who are new, let me try and explain how I work with a team. I hire contract workers. I don't hire full-time employees because I'm too spastic, honestly, when it comes to making games. So I change my mind all the time. And so it's a lot easier, I think, to take one, like, okay, I want assets from this person, and then I get those assets, and then I can mess with them later, as opposed to having a interior modeler full-time all the time. I don't even know if I'm going to need interior models that much. So I just do contract work. I hire out contract workers, and it works great. And, you know, everybody's having a good time. I just don't think I have enough need for full-time work in one particular topic. It's always a ton of different things, and I can do a lot of them, but some of them I can't do. So the standard rooms are kind of screwy right now, so I'm going to hide those. This one is screwy as well, and this one is screwy as well. Those are hidden. So what I'm going to do now is drag all these into the prefabs for my interiors. These are going to be prefab variants. Why am I doing variants? Again, we've talked about this in previous episodes. The reason I'm doing prefab variants as opposed to brand new prefabs is because if Felipe updates the blend files, well, they'll just update on the fly. Okay, so that's why we're doing variants. But we're not just using the raw, blend file and making and using that prefab, because I'm going to add other stuff to these rooms besides just the blend file. There's going to be lighting, there's going to be doors, all that cool stuff. So let's go to prefabs here, and we're going to go to, I have an interiors. Yep, I have an interior section here, and I'm going to just drag all of these in. Good. All right, drag those into my interiors folder here. What? Why? I can't do it. Okay, prefab variant. I don't know why I couldn't do them all at once. That's fine. Storage closet. I didn't check out the storage closet, did I? That one's good. Let's go here. Prefab variant. Prefab variant. Prefab variant. We didn't put an attic. Yeah, let's do that one. Prefab variant and then attic AJ. Prefab variant. So those are all good to go, guys. So now we have all these rooms. It's kind of crazy, right? A ton of different rooms. So what I want to do is going to be such a painful process. Do I want to do this? This is going to make for some exciting live stream action. But what I want to do is go in and just replace every single door with the door prefab. Man, this is going to be painful. It's going to be really painful. But I think we're going to need to do it. Okay? So let's see here. Any other thoughts or questions that came in, guys? Alexander said, just came here to say, Thomas, you're doing great work. Aw, thank you very much. That means a lot to me. Okay, guys. Well, let's do it. Let's go ahead and do that. And I think this would be a great opportunity to do sort of a Q&A session. So I think what I want to do, first off, let's just make sure that everything has prefabs that are applied. Okay? So what do I mean? Let's go to each one of these, and all you got to do is select overrides. If there's no overrides and there's no button that says apply all, it means that that prefab is already its default. And that's what we want, okay? So we're going to just double check, because we're going to jump inside of each prefab and start making edits. And I don't want to jump inside of a prefab, make edits, and then it turns out to be screwy in this scene, okay? Okay, so we're going to check these really quick, and then we can definitely take some questions. Great. Okay. By the way, I'm curious, are any of my subscribers, are you guys in the Middle East? Obviously, thoughts and prayers to Afghanistan. But I am curious if anyone is in the Middle East near what's going on, and if you have any updates from on the ground just near that area, because I'm genuinely concerned, and I think all of us are. So I'd love to hear that. Ahmed Mahdi, you said yes. Tell me any thoughts, any comments. I'd love to. I'm genuinely curious. Because it's been on my mind lately, for sure. Okay, and then we're gonna go to our remember those old interiors we had? All these here? We're gonna go to all of those and make sure that those are set up. Ahmed is from Iraq. Cool, yeah, I wasn't sure if there were any ripples or anything like that, any impact, or I don't know. I don't know anything about anything, so I'm just curious. Pumpkin says, here in Lithuania, many people are fleeing across the border. So they live in camps. Man, that's sad. I'm glad they have somewhere to go. I honestly, guys, I have no idea about anything. Very fortunate and lucky to be where I am here. But I'm just curious. Okay, see that one has apply all. Let's click apply all. Common room. Nope. Apply all. Yep. Dining room, hall. Yeah, this is going to include, look, all of these, what were those changes? I think some of the changes were like fireplaces I had added or lighting. We're going to go into each room and add lighting, add doors, all that. So I'm going to go through each room, and it's going to be a real painful process. But once they're done, I can hire a buddy of mine to start building out this sort of Metroidvania network of rooms. Let's hit apply all to this one. No? What, this one? Apply all. Ahmed says Iran is near Afghanistan, so that's Iran is going to be the most impacted by the Afghanistan thing. Okay. Apply all. Good. And then, good. Okay, so we've got all these interiors, right? So let's go ahead and double check that the door square here, it's set to 1.08. Okay, I want to make sure that these are all correct. All right, so we've got door square and then door round, right? Let's double check door round. Okay, good. So we've got two types of doors, door square and door round. So I'm going to go into each one, and change out every single door. So again, this is a great time to answer questions that I've asked about the Middle East. I'd love to read them. But also time for you guys to ask me questions as well. This is going to be a long process. This is probably going to take me a couple hours, if not longer. But I wanted to live stream for you guys, so here we go. And again, if you guys haven't downloaded that free 2D game kit, before we get started, if you haven't downloaded that free 2D game kit, feel free to download that right now. It's my treat to you, okay? Errol says, isn't Iraq occupied by the U.S.? I don't think that it's occupied by the U.S. Now, don't get me started on nation building. This isn't a political conversation, although I do have plenty of opinions, as do most Americans, because I think most Americans are pretty pissed about the last 20 years. But I just want to know what's going on. If anyone's near there, if anyone's hearing ripples of what's going on. Just curious, that's all. Okay, let's start from the very beginning here. We're going to delete all of this crap. And it's not crap, by the way. So I'm just going to select doors here. All the doors on the bottom level here, and we're just going to remove them all. And I do this in Photoshop as well when I'm working with 2D games, right? You know, Unity will pull in all these assets, and I'll just delete them. Right now, I'm just going to disable them because you really want to use the same assets over and over again if you can, right? So all these doors, seriously, every single door here, guys, is going to have an opportunity to be opened, locked, or just wide open, right? This is the actual door prefab here. So I'm going to save this. And let's go into each one and just do that. This is going to make it a lot easier for me to talk to you guys while I work. So everything's pretty systematic here. I'm just going to select every single door. And we're going to do it to the... Oh, look at the attic. The attic is screwy. Look at this. There's no texture down here. I think I need to update the textures. Is that what I need to do? What? Yeah, I don't know. Is it interior texture 1 that's the problem? I think it might be interior texture 1. Let's open this up and see what's going on. Let's see here. Jonas, I'm not sure how you say your name. You said that in Germany, everyone is pissed about the politics. I agree. I mean, you know, both left and right, at least from what I'm gathering in America, people are pissed. We're just pissed at our own government for sure. Oka says, my heart goes out to Afghanistan, especially when I imagine my parents being the ones trying to escape. My guts turn upside down. All right. Okay, guys. I don't know what's going on with the attic here. The attic has the same problem here. Let me screenshot this really quick. I'm going to send it to Felipe, and he'll probably get back to me very soon here. So I'm going to just pull that into Discord here. And obviously, I'm going to tell my friend Felipe, no stress, just letting you know. I don't want him to be stressed. He's got other bigger fish to fry than just me, right? Okay, so we're just going to keep going down the line here. So that's Attic AJ. Crap, I lost my place here. Hold on. Okay. Attic ABJ variant, right? All we're going to do is just go through and select all the doors here and disable them. Now, I'm going to delete them once I've fully finished everything. I'm going to go and delete them. And what that deleting is going to require, watch. If I delete it, look, it says children of prefab cannot be deleted. You need to unpack the prefab, right? So what that means is I need to go, I need to be sure, absolutely sure that Felipe is finished with all of his changes before I unpack a prefab and completely start deleting stuff. Hopefully that makes sense. It's kind of weird to understand, but I'm a fan of how Unity handles things now with prefabs. These are all going to be doors too. So I'm going to actually remove them all. So these are all boxes. Yeah, let's disable that. This one is its own door, right? So I'm going to keep that one. We'll need to actually create a prefab out of it. So I want to be able to open all those. And maybe some dead bodies will be inside of some, right? Let's see here. Ooh. Let's disable this door. And by the way, let's take a look at the chat today. Let's see here. Thomas, which version of Unity are you using? I'm using 2020.2.1 personal. I'm not using professional. None of that. Why? Because as I'm developing, I hope Unity doesn't hear this, but as I develop my games, it takes about a year or two to finish a game, minimum, right? So I'm just like, why do I need to pay for something while I'm making a game? I'll pay for it when I actually launch the game, right? Okay, good. Bathroom J variant is good to go. Any other questions here? Personal, but it's dark themed. Sorry, I shouldn't have said it like that. Personal, but it's dark themed. It doesn't matter. You can do... Okay, look, I've disabled those doors, so we're good. It doesn't matter. You know, you have dark theme available no matter what. Let's see here. And thanks for that question, by the way. I'm going to disable those doors. And why am I disabling the doors again, guys? Because I want all of these... Whoops. I want to be able to replace these doors with prefabs, right? So I'm just going to disable all the doors for now. Common Room J variant. Common Room J variant. Corridor. Let's disable this here. Any other questions? You're an inspiration to an inspiring indie game dev. Oh, that's a fart sound. Hold on. There you go. Thank you, Sean. How do you manage time between training, family, and friends, and game dev? Just like anybody who has a day job. Thank you for your question. That's a really good question. Just like anybody with a day job, right? I work 7:30 in the morning to 4:30, and then at 4:30 I train. That's a really obnoxious way of saying I go to the gym. And then after that, I go hang out with my family for 2 hours. My kids, then they go to bed. I live a very, very traditional life. Very traditional life. And let me tell you something. Let me give you a secret. It's pretty fulfilling. It's not as cringy as it sounds. It's awesome being married and having kids and just being normal. I just live my life like a normal person. What do you call it? The trad life. But my job is not so trad, right? My job. This is a weird job. This is a really weird job. But that's a great question. I work 7:30 to 4:30. I train for 40 minutes, and then I eat dinner with my wife and my kids. Then me and my wife will Netflix and chill, or we'll talk, or we'll sit on our phones, or we'll read. That's about it. Okay, let's go to, let's see, that was corridor stair 3 floors. And again, guys, all this stuff seems really like, oh my word, he has to do all of this. You only have to do it once. You know, once you're done, you're done. So all these doors we can disable. We're good there. Okay, those are all disabled. Dining hall J variant is good to go. Dining hall J variant, okay. Dining room. This is going to be the same thing, right? But there's a couple square doors. So let's go to the square. Those are object. Yeah, some of them are named weird. So, yeah. All right. Let's select these here. And look, there's already a prefab there that I was testing. So that's one of the doors that's a prefab, right? It has a lock on it by default, but it'll disable. Sorry. It'll disable depending on whether you tick locked or not, right? What laptop do you recommend for game devs? I don't recommend anything. I get this question a lot, actually. It's an interesting question because I'm not saying you're doing this at all, but I'm going to comment more on what other people ask me, which is it's like trying to fix a car and then you're like, what kind of road do you drive on? It's like, no, the car's broken. The road's fine. You can buy any computer, anything, and pretty much you're good to go. You could buy a $300 laptop or computer from Best Buy, not even look at the specs, and I've done this. You just buy it and then you go. So I wouldn't worry about it. Just get something. It doesn't matter. And by the way, this is only true for indie game devs. I wouldn't try and speak for AAA developers. They probably need a better machine. But a lot of people think, oh, I'm making games, therefore I need to have this crazy hardcore computer. No. You need to have a computer that's relative, or at least a derivative of what your audience is going to be using to play your game. Why is that? Because as you create your game, you want to be in the context of the environment the player is in, right? So you can get an idea of if you're using too much RAM, or if the GPU can handle it, right? Oop, rounded door. Boop. Oh, look at that. That's a big boy rounded door. We're going to disable it. I think we can use the other ones that I've already got, even though those are pretty big. All right. So are you going to consider making an Arctic map after this? For sure. And to be honest, to be clear, this level is in a snowy wilderness. So it's kind of like, it feels like The Shining. Does anybody like The Shining? I love The Shining. The Shining is a great movie. It's one of the best movies ever made. Speaking of great movies, has anybody seen The Green Giant? Not The Green Giant. What am I talking about? The Green Knight. Has anybody seen The Green Knight? Give me a little hand emoji if you've seen The Green Knight. Okay, Haraldson Dumb. Okay, I need a mod in here. Ignited, can you at least silence Haraldson?
I'ma put you in a timeout, boy.
There we go. Good job. Thank you, Ignited. Okay, this one's good to go. Has anybody seen the green... Man. Wow. Goodness gracious. Nobody has seen The Green Knight. I just must have really good taste. Okay, this one here we don't need, and that one we don't need. Disable. Those are good to go. Save. All right. Storage closet J is good to go. We're almost there, guys. We're disabling all of these doors. Disable all the rounded doors. This is great. I'm gonna put sun shafts up there. Oh, it's gonna be great. So tall connector J variant, tall room stairs. Let's take a look at this one. Disable the doors. Why are we disabling the doors? Again, guys, we're gonna replace them with prefabs that I already made 4 weeks ago. Was it really 4 weeks ago, Thomas? Yes, Thomas, it was. That's so sad. Time flies. Man, I gotta tell you, that... Did anybody see the Bioshock video? Oh, Kuji, you saw Green Knight. What did you think? Am I gonna do Stream Deck? Devin asked me, am I gonna target for Stream Deck with my games? Probably. Why not? I won't do the work though. I can tell you that much. LinkedIn 2008. You saw Green Knight. What'd you think? All right. That's good to go. Tall room stairs J, and then thin short hallway. This one is already ready to go, I think. Yeah, look at this, guys. All of these doors are... So this is what it's going to end up looking like. You know, you have all these doors here. So, yeah. Although, I will say, this shouldn't be there. I'm going to delete that. We don't need that. Let's just delete it altogether. Delete. Okay, guys. There's door square variant. There's no overrides available for that. What about door rounded? No override available for that. Nope. Oh, crap. There is. Let's double check. Shoot. Let's take a look at it and see what we got. We're going to open up door rounded variant and see if there's anything we need to apply to the prefab before we start moving it around. I don't think so. Thomas, how do you remove the Unity splash for free? You don't. You can't. Hey, and let's get rid of that too. We don't need him. You cannot do that, okay? What about these flickering lights here? Oh, boy. Crap. So the flickering light has No. Wrong. What's this? Oh, look at this, guys. So this is called flicker light. All right, so let's start with this one here. We're all done deleting the rooms, or the doors, right? So we need to go ahead and just drag in those doors, okay? Let's start with door squares, okay? We're going to put them as close as we can to the correct position. And the theory is, here's the theory. If you go to orthographic mode and then double click the door, we can just make sure it's perfect, okay? That looks good to me. Probably position it over. And all we're going to do here, guys, this is great. Watch this. Just paste position. Thomas, make sure you're not screwing up. Wow. Yeah, so this, look at this. So this is why you want to be in orthographic mode when you're doing stuff like this. You want to be nice and smack dab in center. Okay, good. All right, let's take that door, and I'm going to paste it quickly in all these different places. Okay? And they're all locked, right? But here's the cool thing. This is what you want to do with any indie game. I guess in any game where it's like a Metroidvania, the player needs to go, okay, what can I go through and what can I go through? And what I've just determined, and we're going to set that to 0, and then we're going to flip. Look at this. What I've determined is if the door is locked, but I don't want the player to look for a key, it's just they're never going to go through it. There's no handles, right? So that's the goal. That's what we're going to do. Oh, that one's good to go. Okay, so we don't need to flip it. All we need to do is just move it on over. Position it right about smack dab here. Wait a sec. There we go. Put it right there. Oh, Thomas. And then go forward, double click. All right, so positioning the doors wasn't as complicated as I thought, to be completely honest. Because if you're in orthographic mode, or AKA isometric is another word, then it's actually not that complicated, right? So that's good. Now we have all those doors. Look at that. Oh, we got one right there. So let's copy. Let's copy that and paste it over. Copy that. I watched. Has anybody seen Aliens? Not Alien. Aliens. I was watching that movie. I've never seen it. And by the way, I want to buy the watch that Ridley has. It's an amazing watch. This watch is actually from. I just got this watch. This watch is from Predator. I love 80s movies because the accessories they wear are just the best, honestly. Like, because a lot of these actors wear what's called Psycho. And so this watch is it's a Psycho watch, and it's a reissue of the same one that Schwarzenegger wore. And the reason I bring this up is because a lot of those movies created the standard for a lot of the tropes you see in sci-fi games. So Aliens, there's quotes from that movie. I'm like, that's in StarCraft. One of them is, she says, something, 555. And she's flying, something, 555. Somebody let me know in the comments what that quote is. Something, 555. And she's flying through a storm. And the aircraft in StarCraft, they say the same thing. I don't know why did I bring that up? I think I just thought about it, and that's why I brought it up. Okay, this is good to go. This room is really good to go. All of these doors are going to be set by default. Watch this. We're going to set all of them. This is the best part. Locked, true, with no key. Okay? There you go. That's about it. In the pipe 555. Is that what it is? In the pipe 555. Wouldn't removing the door handle take away the curiosity of exploring the door? Yeah, but you don't want the player to be curious about every single door. then they're just completely lost. So you kind of want to stay away from that. If you guys disagree with me, let me know in the chat and we can talk about it. I really want to hear what you have to say. Okay, so this room is, obviously the texture is wrong. I don't know why, but there is a door here. All right, so Isidore is going to be right here. Let's go to isometric, and then we're going to go to square door. Here it is. Put it right here, and then flip it. Look at that. Hey, now. And then just go like this and make sure it's all set up properly. Good. Just like that. Am I hyped for Tobey Maguire to be Spider-Man? My goodness, is he really? I didn't hear that. Look at this. We got some issues here. We need to do that. We got some issues with the collider as well. Let's clean that up. See, this is the benefit, obviously, of using... What? Okay, we got a box collider issue here. The box collider is off center, but I'm not going to worry about it, okay? All right, so that's good to go. Attic AJ variant is completed. Now let's go to Attic BJ variant, okay? Let's see here. Removing door handles is a lot like Half-Life 1. Exactly. Exactly. So we definitely want to do that. We want to follow the tropes of Half-Life for sure. Are most of your games inspired by you being a dad? No, most of my games are inspired by my faith. That's about it. So you guys know I'm a Christian. I'm a Christian. So this is a Christian channel. So if you're not, you can leave. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. It's a Christian channel. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding about that. I'm kidding about all that. Except, wait, I'm screwing this up. But they are inspired by my faith. So there's a lot of theological conversations that happen in my games. This one is very theological. I mean, this is the whole story is based on the Garden of Eden. Spoilers. No, I'm kidding, obviously. All are welcome on this Christian channel. Okay, so we're going to zero that out. Let's double click. There it is. And let's just pull it up here, okay? Let's see here. Pull that up, and we're going to flip it. Whoop! And pull it right here. And then we're going to go to here, and then just pull. Whoop! Just like that. See that? Look at that. Oh, I love it. Frank Sinatra, that's beautiful. Thomas, this is from Ahmed. Thomas, I'm currently developing my demo in Unreal Engine, and I've tried Unity, and I would say that Unreal is much easier than Unity. Why not use Unreal instead it has Quixel Megascan for free? The only reason is because, well, I like Unity. That's about it. I don't have any like qualms with Unreal. So that's about it. Once you like, here's the thing. Once you get your game engine of choice, just stick with it, you know. Don't stress too much. All right, let's drag in another one. This is a square. Same thing here. And look, it snapped into place pretty good. Okay, Okus, thank you for the €5. Good luck implementing the hardest mechanics of the game, doors. Looking forward to your next stream session. Isn't that true though? It's funny. It is a hard mechanic, but you want to know the beauty of this? My buddy AJ down in Australia. I know that's not the accent for Australia, but hey, I think I do the Italian accent for everything. AJ in Australia. Australia! Is that Italian? He made the code of this game, or a lot of it. Don't get me wrong, I did a lot of it as well, but he put together the general system for like the doors and stuff. Okay, that door looks great. Man, I gotta pee. Let's pull another door over. So we're just gonna take that door and by the way, both the doors work great on both sides. Okay, so they don't need to be flipped around or anything like that. You can see box colliders on both. Do you guys want me to explain how these doors work? I'll just give you a general, very quick outline. Box colliders over here, box colliders over there. If the player is over here and they touch this side, the door will open that way. If they touch this side, the door will open that way. The animation controls the door. And then you can't, and you have to press E, obviously, like Half-Life. That's about it. Okay, Unkindled says, I've been using Unity for 4 years now, and I started with the UE4, and I moved to Unity. I never went back. I love UE with their free content, but I think the blueprint system looks weird. It looks weird, so I'm not using it. I'm the same way. That's why I'm using a Mac, just because it looks pretty. Even though Apple can suck. Never mind. Apple is just a sneaky little company. Last year, they were all about privacy. This year, not so much. Does anybody know why? Let me know in the comments if you know why. And don't use the words that are going to get this stream banned. Use, like, stars, okay? But who knows why Apple can suck my toe? Who knows? Who knows the answer? If you give me the right answer, I'll give you a round of applause. Don Vermo says, I feel your rage, Thomas. Tell me why. Why do you feel my rage? Because I'm not brave enough to tell you why. Same old excuses to invade privacy. There you go. They can just... Oh, it's so frustrating. You know, they released this ad. About privacy, privacy, privacy. We're going to help with privacy. We don't want companies tracking you and following you. But they're going to do it themselves. Apple's starting their own Google, by the way. This is what I heard. So if you don't think that what they're doing here is an excuse to make their own Google, you're mistaken. Don't trust these companies. All right? I know you want to. Don't trust these companies. Everything's about money. In the end of the day, everything's about money. And this is coming from somebody who runs a company. All right? Mall Smash says, yeah, they're going to scan our images. Exactly. Apple makes problems to sell you solutions. That's exactly right. I call on all of you to delete Google, Apple Cloud, any sort of storage. Stop paying them your money, giving them your money. Don't use their images. Don't use their Photos app. Boycott this stupid company. I'm serious. For those of you who care about privacy at all, boycott it. Delete everything. I'm serious. We need to seriously show these people that we like privacy. Privacy is a good thing, guys. Believe it or not, privacy is a good thing. Why, Thomas? Why? Do you really want these giant, massive corporations to know everything about you? Seriously? Because if it's all about profitability, what are they going to do to ensure that profitability to you and to your privacy? And just remember, you might be on the right side of the political spectrum now, but in 10 years, are you going to be on the right side of the political spectrum? If it changes and the tech companies change their ideas, will your ideas be in line with theirs? Probably not. So you really don't want to be on the wrong side. How about don't be on a side and don't let them steal your stuff? Am I making sense? Or do I sound insane? If the product is free, you are the product. Is that what you said? Yeah, that's right, Corbin. That's great. Beautifully put. All right, we've got these doors all ready to go. I'm going to go ahead and create the bathroom door really quick, okay? This is going to be fun. Let me show you what I'm going to do here. Thomas, you sound insane. All right, well, just give it time. All right, give it time. You'll see where I'm coming from soon enough. Don't trust these companies. And this is coming from a guy who likes capitalism. I generally like capitalism, guys. I'm pretty independent when it comes to my politics, but I'm a capitalist in a lot of ways. Yet, these companies are going to destroy. They're going to destroy the world as we know it. If we don't tell them to shut up and chill. Oh, Thomas sounds crazy. All right, whatever. You can choose to believe that, but just wait. We're going to disable this one, and all we're going to worry about is this one here. And then I'm going to pull in that mesh, okay? Thomas speaks in absolutes, so I'm a Sith. Give me some credit there. This is from Genoa. It's pretty hard to get out of the ecosystem of Apple once you're in it with multiple devices. I would agree with you, but come on, you know, it's going to be much harder to get out of their ecosystem in 3 years when when they know everything about you, right? Get out now. So that's, guys, this is why I use Brave. I'm one of those insane people who uses Brave. And then I also don't use their stupid cloud. Deleted all that. I disabled auto updates and I deleted all photos. Well, the only photos I've got in there are like silly photos of like family. I don't want them knowing anything about my memes. I don't want them to know anything. Delete it. Get rid of it, guys. Get rid of it. I don't trust these people. All right, so this right here, what we're going to do, all we're going to do is take this mesh, which is box 175, and we just got to put it right here. Okay, look at this. Watch. Box 175. Boop. Oh, gosh. Actually, let's bring over... I think I might actually be okay with that door just being squashed. What do you guys think? Let's squash the door. I think it's fine. Yeah, I'm not worried about it. Renan says, yeah, but Thomas, you're using a Mac. What do you suggest, a Linux? Good luck. People like me can't figure out Linux. But I'm not going to use in particular, it's the cloud-based data storage that freaks me out. They called it a cloud for a reason, guys. Now hear me out. Why did they choose to call it the cloud? Why didn't they call it the server farm? Why didn't they call it the impermeable server farm in the middle of nowhere? Why didn't they call it that? Because then we would know that it's creepy. But no, they chose like a heavenly term. It's the cloud. It's stored up there. No one can see it. It's far, far away. Wrong. It's permanently stored in a high security server farm. That's where all of your images, that's where you are stored. Again, you might be on the right side of the political spectrum now, but what happens, seriously guys, what happens when the political spectrum of the tech companies shifts and changes and moves across the aisle? Then what you believe in your political views will be in contrast to theirs. So you never ever want to be on the wrong side of a political spectrum relative to a power structure, okay? So how about don't be a part of it at all? Get rid of it. They don't need to know. It's your life, okay? You can believe what you want. They don't need to know. Does that make sense, guys? Can I get an amen? All right, so we got these doors. That should work just fine. Okay, let's hit play here. So this is door open 1. That's what it's gonna do. Okay, so it looks like it's just gonna sort of. open and then looks kind of strange. Oh my goodness, we got a lot of amens in the chat, so it looks like you guys don't hate me. Whew, I was worried. Not really. I believe what I believe. It's not that crazy, guys, to think that these billionaires... And again, I'm like basically a capitalist, basically. And I don't trust these people. Okay, let's see here. We're going to squash this a little bit here and position it in a little bit of a different way. Squash it like that. See how it rotates. So really, it needs to be... This is going to be interesting. What if I move it over here? What happens then? What if I move it forward? Okay. And then what if I move it this way? Crap. Actually, that's not bad. I move it. Oh, come on, Thomas. What are you doing, buddy? Okay. We're getting there. That's not bad, honestly. Let's position it back a little bit like this and then pull. Crapper jackers. Komodo says, cloud sounds better than a bunch of servers in West Virginia. Absolutely it does. Again, guys, if one person owns this little server farm or massive server farm, and that person wants to screw you over, they can. Oh, but Thomas, they're encrypted. No, they're not. They're not. They know exactly what they're doing. They want complete control over your data because your data is worth billions of dollars. By the way, this is coming from somebody who totally understands the value of data. When I get email addresses, they are very, very valuable. By the way, I downloaded my free 2D game kit below. See? When I get an email address, it becomes something that can be marketed to. Okay? So when you give data, people are like, what's the big deal about data? Data can be marketed to. Data can also be used to incriminate you when, well, you didn't think you'd be incriminated, but it depends on who's in power. Does that make sense? All right, we're going to put that right there. And that is a perfect position change. It kind of swings a little bit weird right there. But I think, let's see here. That's all right. What do you think, guys? So let's take this door here and just position it like that. So when you open it, it's just gonna do this. Just like that. It's kind of weird, but it's fine. Oh, blockchain. Don't get me started on blockchain. Does anybody have Bitcoin? Anyone got Bitcoin? I have some Bitcoin. Okay, this is going to be called bathroom door. Who has Bitcoin? I want to know. You don't have to tell me. I'm just curious. Ignited, you used to, and then it tanked and you got scared and you sold it. Is that what happened? Oh, me too. All right, let's just paste these, guys. These are going to be our doors. No Bitcoin from Ahmed. Play One says too poor for Bitcoin. Nobody's too poor for Bitcoin. You can buy a cent worth of Bitcoin. But I get what you're saying. I know what you mean. I have several thousand in Bitcoin. I won't give you the exact number, but it's several thousands. Not 1,000 Bitcoin. My goodness, you wish. I wish. But just several thousand in Bitcoin. It's so funny. You know what I do, guys? Anytime somebody gets negative, or anytime one of the tech companies is like posting negative articles about Bitcoin, I'm like, okay, I'm on the right path. Because obviously, you know, if a tech company doesn't want you to use Bitcoin, it's because it's not profitable for them. They don't care about you. And then they're going to give you all these reasons why it's dangerous and blah, blah, blah. Just get ready. There's going to be a ton of reasons why Bitcoin is dangerous and it's supporting this kind of thing, or it's allowing this kind of crime or drugs or blah, blah, blah. They're just going to say whatever it takes for them to ensure that they have control over over your money, honestly. Thomas is a conspiracy theorist. Whatever you want to think. Okay, so the door direction triggers are a little bit too big, so I'm going to squash these. And squash that one as well. Good, okay. Save it. All right, so we got this room done. That room was probably going to be the one that takes the longest because it was going to require me to create all these different bathroom doors. And we'll see, we'll see if they actually... Hey, look at that. We need to move it back. What happened? Thomas? Oh, here. There we go. So good to go. Those are all ready to go. You can kind of see through them, but that's fine. Oh, this is great. Lifelink. We're blaming Bitcoin for a GPU shortage instead of ignoring the fact that there's a computer in literally everything these days. Money won't save you in the end, crypto or cash. Totally agree. But it'll save you in the short term. So it does have some value, doesn't it? Okay, so that's good to go. Let's go to the next one here. And by the way, guys, if you haven't downloaded that free 2D game kit below, it's totally free. My treat to you. Yeah, you're going to be added to my email subscriber list, and I'll send you any discounts for my tools or products, which is always a good thing, I think. But you'll also get tons of valuable tools and information, free game kits, free tool kits, free videos on how to progress in your indie game career. And you can always unsubscribe later if you don't want to be on the list. But that's a free 2D game kit below, totally free. Give me your data. Give me your email address. No, I try to make it valuable for you to be on my email list. I try to send you valuable stuff. Okay, so that was Bathroom J variant. Let's move on. We've got Classroom J variant. Bitcoin is a little bit vulnerable. I don't know if it's vulnerable is the right word. I think maybe volatile. Yes. And should Bitcoin be considered a asset that you should invest in? No. It's one of those things that you should put blow money towards. Okay, if you've got some blow money, go ahead and get some Bitcoin. If you've got a couple $100 to spare and you're not going to worry if you lose it all, yeah. But traditionally, I can't speak currently to the economy, but I think traditionally in America, in particular, the stock market is a great place to invest your money for long-term growth. Bitcoin is super volatile. You go one day you lose $300, the next day you gain 1,000, then the next day you lose 600. It's just ridiculous. But that's kind of par for the course with Bitcoin or any crypto. I think I have Ethereum and Bitcoin, and these are not my primary investments, not at all. That's just not my thing. I think stock market, 401k, SEP IRA, that kind of stuff, solo, those are where you want to go. Those are just mutual funds, generally speaking. That's where you really want to be spending your time. It's putting your money if you want to invest for the long-term growth. Or dirt. Dirt is a wonderful investment opportunity. In particular, because a lot of companies are starting to buy up houses and dirt in America. They're buying up the land. Why? So that they can ask you to rent it. They want you to rent. They don't want you to own the land. So if you have an opportunity to buy land, I'm not a lawyer, I'm not an agent, I am not an investment advisor, but I can just tell you what I do. Investing in land is a great opportunity for you because that stuff, in my opinion, is going to grow really fast. In times of COVID, land prices are going to skyrocket. Does anybody disagree with me? Or does anybody agree with me? You didn't know you guys would be getting investment opportunities and advice in this live stream, did you? Real estate is the next viable solution. I think you're right, although I do wonder if we're in a bubble. It depends on where you are. Seriously, it depends on where you are. Southeast, great opportunities. That's where I'm at. Southeast is great. The reason why is because people are moving to the Southeast in droves. Don't believe me? Just ask all my neighbors, because they're all from bigger cities. A lot of them are from bigger cities on the northeastern coast. Prices in Ontario are crazy high. Yeah. And some of them probably have peaked, right? Guys, I just make video games. But I'm just giving you my opinion. Common Room J is good to go. Let's move on forward, guys. Common Room J is good to go. Corridor, stair, floor. There we go. Square. No, I listen to Dave Ramsey a lot. Dave Ramsey is a real helpful guy. He's a big fan of the stock market. But I also listen to a lot of crypto YouTubers as well. I don't think I follow any in particular, but I just watch videos, just random videos about it. Are you okay, buddy? What's wrong? You got to go outside, don't you? You got to go pee-pee. I'm not talking to myself. My dog's right there. Komodo says you work at Ramsey Solutions. So tell me, am I correct about land? Or am I incorrect? In times of inflation, here's another something I've learned, and maybe I'm wrong here, but I'm just going to give you my opinion. In times of inflation, is debt a good thing to have? Yes or no? This is a poll. Is debt a good thing to have in times of inflation? Yes or no? Yes or no? And then I want to hear why. Is debt a good thing to have in times of inflation? Don Vermo says yes, all caps. Don Vermo, give us a reason why. Why is debt a good thing to have in times of inflation? Private Static Void says debt is not a good thing to have at all. Incorrect. Wrong. If it's debt towards something valuable, then yes. I agree with you. Watch this. This is crazy. Is debt a good thing to have for a brand new car right now? This is the next question. Let's move on to the next question. This is just stuff I've been learning. Is debt a good thing to have in times of inflation when it's towards something like a car? Debt is only good if you have assets that pay for that debt. For a new car, no. Jason, you said no. How about this? Let's clarify. What about in times of shortages? In supply shortages, is debt a good thing to have? That's great. Trent just gave the right answer, at least in my opinion. The value of the dollar drops during inflation, so your debt gets cheaper. Correct. Debt, when you buy something with debt, this is just what I'm learning, this is not advice, but when you have debt, when the inflation rises, you just locked in the price though, right? So you got whatever you wanted at that price. So inflation is not, basically your debt decreases in value. Now obviously there's you don't even pay towards the principal with things like a house or land, but hopefully my point is taken. During times of inflation, debt actually makes a lot more sense, like high inflation, like right now. Is this a finance channel? No, it's not, and I don't even know what I'm talking about, but I've just been learning a lot. Okay, so we got corridor, stairs, 2 floors completed. Let's move on to the next one here. Don't take my advice, please, guys. It's not advice. I'm just talking while I work. Stair 3, let's do that one. Ooh, same thing. So this is just going to be the Door Square. We have a lot of Door Square, which is totally fine. Investment with Thomas Brush. That's right. No, I'm a fan of investment, to be completely honest with you guys. Thanks to selling video games and also video game tools, I've had an opportunity to invest. And I've just learned that, look, here's the thing about, let me try and explain my reasoning when it comes to debt in relationship to inflation and also goods shortages. So there's shortages right now in America, okay? So what happens? Well, when you lock in the price with the debt, let's say you buy a piece of land, the inflation is going to cause that land to skyrocket in price. Also, if you're in an area where that land is very, very hot, locking in that price is a great idea so that you can lock in the debt. Let's say you take on 300 grand of debt, but in 10 years, the land is going to skyrocket in price because of, well, inflation and also shortages. The same is true with a car. Let's say you buy a $30,000 car. Because of shortages with cars right now, you're going to it's not even going to depreciate. It's going to increase in value. That's only for now. I mean, it could change in a heartbeat. Let's say there's no longer any shortages. Let's say inflation slows down significantly. Then I'm incorrect. Or at least, well, what I'm saying doesn't apply. Am I wrong here? I would love to know your thoughts, guys. Is cash a good thing to have on hand? That's the next question. Is cash a good thing to have on hand when it comes? Let's say you have a good chunk of cash. Is it a good thing to have in times of inflation, or is it a bad thing to have in times of inflation? John Douglas says no. Robert says yes. Ahmed says no. Cash, yes. Emergency fund. Well, sure. Let's say you have your emergency fund. Is cash a good thing to have on hand? Dave voice. 3 to 6 months. That's right. Cash is good if you have a lot. No, cash is bad if you have a lot. Here's why. Cash it's always inflating. It's always inflating. What does that mean? $10 is worth $8 in a couple years. Okay? Cash, it's literally it's dissolving as you hold it. So it's better to hold investments. Now, investments are not a good thing to hold short term. You never want to make an investment and say, hey, this is going to be a year-long investment. No. It needs to be like 5 years plus. Am I incorrect? Cash bad, asset good. Correct. That is a good way to put it. All right, we got this one done. Let's go to corridor stair. What do we got here? Dining hall J variant. Play Once says, Thomas, you are correct. Of course I'm correct. This is my channel, and I'm right when I say I'm right. All right, let's bring this one down here. They print money. Why would you save it? Exactly. Who knows why Bitcoin is more valuable than cash? Well, let me say this again. Assuming Bitcoin lasts a long time and it's not made illegal, which it's really hard to make Bitcoin illegal, but let's say they decide to not make it illegal and they just let it flourish. The reason why Bitcoin is a good thing, and this is why it's actually considered a currency, I consider it a currency, is because it is impossible to duplicate or print Bitcoin. Can you divide it? Yes, you can divide it. But Bitcoin, in theory, does not inflate. It's static. There's inflation of value. I don't think it inflates because it's printed, though. When cash can just be printed, then you have to rely on somebody else, like the Federal Reserve, to tell you how much it's worth. Whereas Bitcoin, it's worth what it's worth. As long as people consider it a currency, it's worth what it's worth. It's infinitely divisible. I believe am I wrong here? It's infinitely divisible, but it is not infinitely printable. You cannot print money. Or you can. You cannot print Bitcoin. Does that make sense, guys? I understand why we're having a drop off of viewership. People are like, what the heck is this channel? What is this boy talking about? What is this moron talking about with a stupid blue hat? Bitcoin's value, because of the way it's authenticated, can never be inflated. Correct. We need to reinstate the gold standard. Fiat currency only empowers the government. And who else does it empower? Fiat currency empowers who? The government and who else? There's one other group. Crypto never inflates, it only grows in value. Banks! Correct. Banks! Also, the tech companies that can tell the banks what to do. And vice versa. Is it secure, though, from a cybersecurity standpoint in value going down and up randomly? It's not really a security problem why crypto is volatile. Crypto is the most secure. Crypto is the most secure fiat. It's not fiat. Crypto is the most secure currency when it comes to like cyber attacks and stuff, and also manipulation. The problem is you know, one person can do a tweet and everyone goes and buys crypto. When they go and buy crypto, the value increases, and then when they sell off, it decreases. So the value of crypto is only determined by the people who own it, right? It's not determined by one man. At least that's the theory. Article from PC Gamer. Moron game dev Thomas Brush gives terrible crypto advice. Wouldn't you call that inflation? No, that's not inflation. Inflation is when money is printed. That's inflation. It's when more is created and it's devalued, right? That's not inflation. What's happening with crypto is more and more is purchased, therefore the value goes up. When it's sold off, when there's a massive sell-off, it decreases in value. That has nothing to do with it being printed or duplicated. Like if I had 300 kids, the theory is all of them are valuable to me, but at some point they start decreasing in value. That's a terrible example. How about this? If I have 7,000 boxes of Apple Jacks and there's 2,000 people, does the value of the Apple Jacks decrease? Yes, because there's no demand for it. Demand is correlated with value. So when there's less of something, it becomes more valuable. Am I wrong? Somebody tell me if I'm wrong. I really don't know if I'm right here. Okay, this is good. All right, we're good here. Let's go to the next one. How have we been talking about gaming and finance and Pokemon has not come up?
Hello.
Oh, that's the wrong one. Hold on. There we go. Okay, that's great. Dining hall J is done. Dining room J variant. Graham Stefan. I follow Graham Stefan. I love Graham Stefan. All right, we got a bunch of square doors here, so let's throw those in. Seriously, guys, let's say you have no money, all right? It's still incredibly important for you to understand finance. The people in America, I can only speak for America, the people in America who have power are two types of people: tech and finance. Okay? They understand how the system works. And by the way, the system has it is kind of unfair, because there's people out there who don't understand finance and they're sitting there wondering, okay, well, I guess I have to work an hourly job to make money. Wrong. You can make money and the money will make money for you. And that's having an understanding of tech and finance. Oh no. I think I like finance. I always told myself I wouldn't like finance. My dad's in finance and he loves it. I thought, man, I could never do that. But I just realized I love talking about this. I could talk about this for hours. Okay, we got a door here. We got a door there. Door there. Ooh, Thomas, you're winning today. Look at this. Pull this over. This is going really fast, actually. Hello? Listen.
Listen.
All right, let's see here. Have I thought about jumping on the NTF train or the NFT train? Absolutely. I don't really know exactly much about it, to be honest. If you guys want to give me... I know it's just like selling limited supply of digital goods. I've thought about it for sure. Definitely thought about it. I remember I was really proud of my dad. I am really proud of my dad, but I was really proud of my dad when I was in high school because he got Dave Ramsey to sponsor him because he was a CPA. I thought that was cool. It was some like commercial or something that my dad got to be a part of. So that was fun. Graham of Legend says, do you have any advice for game devs who want to start a YouTube channel? I'm really interested in sharing my knowledge and process. I can give you advice from Mr. Beast. I think this is from Mr. Beast. He said, if you haven't uploaded 100 videos, you're not a YouTuber. And they have to be bad videos. So the first thing I will say is you're going to need to upload hundreds of videos that suck before you even understand YouTube. And before you can even claim the mantle of YouTuber. Okay? Dining Room J is done. Okay, guys. Guys, if you haven't hit liked and haven't hit the like button and haven't subscribed yet, please feel free to do that. That would really mean a lot to me. And also, if you haven't downloaded my free 2D game kit below, feel free to do that. And if you're interested in building, some wealth with your video game, this is sort of the combination of video games and finance and entrepreneurship. Click below. There's a webinar, and you're going to learn how to make 6 figures with just a demo. Click below to get either of those things. They're totally free. I really want to help you. You're going to be thrown onto my email list, so I am going to send you some tools, free goodies, free advice, free tips, and I'll also let you know when my tools that I have available are on sale. That would really mean a lot to me, guys. This was really, really fun. I had a great time. We're almost done with these doors, so it's not going to be as boring, and we probably won't be ranting about finance and Bitcoin. But other than that, guys, I will see you probably tomorrow. I think I'm back to live streaming, so I'll see you then. This was so fun. I love you guys a lot, and I will see you then.